And we are live. And we're not going to have a repeat of yesterday. Oh no. Because mofos are going to get got if they start to shit with me. It's really that simple. Remember, folks, I'm not looking for fame. I'm just looking for the fortune. So, we are on open beta 1.40 of American Truck Simulator. The game is going to look different because it's been improved upon. It has a new lighting system. Again, it's in beta. And I'm really excited because I've already started playing it yesterday. And I got rid of the graphics overhaul mod that I had on before. Now, to the subtle eye, some people might be like, oh, it looks about the same to me. Great. At least that's good. But it seems to be performing a lot better as well because I'm not using that mod. So there's going to be some subtle changes predominantly in the lighting, and then with the fact that I have increased the fidelity of my streams. That should make a bit of a difference. I think I had 3 or 4 people in here. They came in, they said, oh fuck, he's playing this bullshit again. Click. And they said, adios, muchachos. That's okay. That's okay, because I'm having fun. It's like I said yesterday before I fired those 2 fuckers out of the stream. On their fucking asses. I've been gaming my entire life. Nobody was watching me then, and I was having just as much fun back then. I don't need thousands of people to be watching me to enjoy myself. Hell, sometimes I have more fun when it's just me by myself because I don't have to get distracted with the chat. You see how that works? I love that one time or so, I had someone come in and say, bro, man, you're not going to boot those guys out. You barely got anybody in here. You barely got 2 digits in your stream. You're not going to kick these people out. So I kicked his ass right out of the fucking chat. I said, you want to come again? Want to repeat those words? Guy thought I was going to be so desperate to try to hit 2 digits in my live streams that I wasn't going to boot his ass out. The fuck is wrong with some people? That shit makes me laugh. Yeah. The thing is I'm not really known for being polite, am I? I am not known for being polite. So we got a little dip. A 1-frame dip. That's okay. That's because I'm streaming. But I mean, overall, the lighting, the graphics, just everything is supposed to look better. Look at that. Look at that right there. We're gonna, because that's exciting. But it's a part of the new graphics, overhaul, especially like to the lighting and stuff. But I mean, just look at that. Again, it's not so much that we're looking at the graphics and going, wow, those are the best graphics I've ever seen. It's not about that. It's about the fact of how big the game is in the sense of the map. Shut up. Honking your horn at me, boy. And the fact that the game doesn't even weigh in at 5 gigabytes. I think that's the most crazy thing about all this. Fix what? I am so confused. What am I fixing? What did I break? We're hauling some milk. We're doing quite a drive. Actually, yesterday when I started this, it was a 12-hour escapade. Fortunately for you, it's going to be done real soon. Oh, we dropped down to 52. That is annoying. I've heard of some people before, and I'll never go that far. I will never go that far. But some people, wow, we're stuck at that 50 frames, eh? Oof. That's nasty. They'll run 2 computers, one to play their game and one to stream. The problem with that is, why have 2 $1,500 computers as an example when you can have a $3,000 computer? But I mean, look at that. Look at the clouds, too. What kind of... Oh, I don't know. Homogenized 2%? I mean, just look at that. That's the standard graphics now in the game. Whoops. That's the standard graphics in the game now. Like, I mean, look at those clouds. I mean, I know they're just clouds, but I mean, what the fuck? If you were half asleep, or maybe you had a few beers in you, you might be tricked into thinking I was doing a trucker vlog, and I was actually in that truck driving. Except for the fact that it appears like the truck is driving on its own because there's no hands on the steering wheel. But I mean, these are the changes. This is open beta, again, 1.40 if you're just tuning in. So these are some of the differences that have been brought forth since yesterday. So that is what I'm checking out. Lighting makes such a big difference. Really, really gives the game a different feel. Or look, rather. We gotta weigh ourselves. No fat shaming now. What do we got? Just about tipping in at 80,000 pounds. Good morning, Kevin. Guess the viewers today are just, let's say, quiet. Well, yesterday I had about a dozen consecutive viewers in my stream while I was ranting off with those 2 jabronis. Those 2 Trump-tard dingleberry shit stains. And then I maintained that for a while, actually. They stuck around, but nobody else was talking. And I was telling Philminator, no offense, and the other guy to, you know, kindly piss off. You know, stop talking about politics. It was too early in the stream. You know? Yes, sometimes I bring it up. I never said it was perfect either. Sometimes I talk about things that, well, you know, not so much that I shouldn't talk about, but wow, that's so nice. Maybe not quite as early in the stream. You know? The U.S. elections are over. I don't even live in the U.S. You guys got a new president. Let's move on, and whatever. But it's not just politics, right? It's just world news in general. Like I said, I do like talking about that stuff. Like, here's a topic of conversation I'm going to talk about right now. Right now, I'm going to do it. I'm going to open a can of whoop-ass. Oh, yeah. It's coming. Marilyn Manson is now being under scrutiny due to sexual misconduct allegations. I got some thoughts about that. You might not like it, but we're gonna do it. It's not political, it's just shit going on in the world. And I like Marilyn Manson. Even though I'm a Christian, he's not exactly a Christian. That's okay. I appreciate his, you know, his uniqueness. Sounds good. If there's anybody even in here. Yeah, so my whole thing with that is it's pretty simple. He got dropped from... Was it a record label? I can't remember. He got dropped from something, and I think he was doing some TV work there, Marilyn Manson. And, due to some people coming forward. All I gotta say to that is real simple. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Yes, sometimes that stuff happens. Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey. I mean, the list just goes on. That stuff does happen, right? Just because you like someone doesn't mean that they can't potentially be found to be a monster later in life. All I'm saying is, let's not throw the guy under the bus And let's not call the woman who came forward anything nasty either. Oh, she's a liar. Who is she anyways? Nobody knows her. I have to admit, when people say stuff like that, it's kind of like, that's terrible. Yes, sometimes it's true that these nobodies will try to make a name for themselves. But to assume that that's what's going on every single time, that's what's not cool. That's what's not cool. Sorry, can't even talk. It would help if I could speak properly. But yeah. So let's put a few people on the spot. Cody. Kevin. What's your thoughts on the Marilyn Manson sexual misconduct allegations? It's like I've always said about almost anything else in life. Unless you're there, it's really hard to prove or disprove what somebody claims. Just because you like someone doesn't mean that they potentially did not do these atrocious things, right? So like I said, I just keep an open mind. And I think that's why I tend to generally do well with getting along with people. Discussing various things. Is because I don't just automatically go, well, I like Manson. There's no way he would have done that. What you say is you hope he didn't do that, right? It's not like I hang out with the guy and shadow him 24/7. And that's why things like... This is kind of like way off the scale there. But that's why things with like the whole O.J. Simpson thing. That's why I always kind of go, you know what? I wasn't there. I wasn't there. The glove didn't fit. Now that's a joke, honestly. But that's why I just kind of say that. It's not so much that I fence swing, because when I feel confident about something, I put my foot down. I only sit, on things that I claim and admit to not fully knowing much about. Right? There's things sometimes that makes me go, I think he did it. Oh, he must have. And then, that doesn't seem to add up. And after all these years, I have come to an inconclusive thought. Right? No clue what is. But did you hear about the Marilyn Manson? I mean, to be honest with you, some of the people that I know probably just don't care. They probably don't know Marilyn Manson much or listen to his music. But he's someone that I've been keeping up with since I was a young teenager. It's just terrible when you hear those stories, right? Whether they're false or not. It's just the fact that they happen a lot. And one of the things that always seems to be a common thing, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying. I do find it interesting when generally these things come about a quarter of a century after the supposed fact. It's never 25 days after, 25 months after. It's always like 25 years later. I'm just saying. I get it sometimes, people, they're like, yeah, no one's going to believe me. I'm not going to bother saying anything. Then years later, somebody says something and then everybody else feels emboldened to step up. And I get that. I'm just saying it always seems like in almost every case, it's the same kind of generic scenario where everybody decided to wait several decades before they speak up. But yeah, apart from that, not much else in the news going on that I saw that was like, oh wow. Nothing that really stood out to me. Now I'm working on actually making a delivery. Like I said, I want to get my XP up. I'm hoping to get to level 10, maybe today, and be able to unlock some other truck parts, like a better engine, better transmission, stuff like that. take a quick look at where we are. We're almost in Ontario, right at the border of Oregon and Idaho. Like, literally. So this is Oregon, I think. This is Idaho, I think. And, yeah, so that's like the border separating the two states. And we're literally about to drop it off, still inside of Oregon, which seems to be a nice looking state based on, what I've seen in the game. And I get it, it's just a video game. It's not like a true one-to-one, replica of said state. But I mean, compared to like California with the beaches and the palm trees and all that kind of stuff, that California look. It's interesting once you go a little bit north and you get out of California, I kind of actually tend to enjoy the look of up here a little bit more than I do down south. And Idaho, I haven't really been there yet. Maybe I'll go, I don't know. But anyways, just to kind of give you an idea as to where I was in the game. For the few people that are in here that are wanting to talk, apart from talking about dark subject matters, any video games any of you are excited about that are going to be coming out soon? Or has anybody played the newly released werewolf game? I do know that I have a regular viewer in the stream. I don't think he's here, though, at the moment, who was excited about the werewolf game. Werewolf Apocalypse or something like that, and he had pre-ordered the game. I mean, I've watched some footage, obviously, but I'm curious to hear what people have to say about it in real time. Because I'm still sort of kinda-ish looking at it, but definitely every day that goes by, it's going to be less and less favorable for me to buy it for the sake of trying to score a couple of extra views on my channel. Because I just don't get a lot of views on my videos on average. Like I said, I'm like a one-hit wonder. I could be honest. My YouTube channel as a whole does absolutely fantastic every month. But 95% of my videos are absolute trash in terms of how they perform rate and viewership-wise. It's just a few select videos that seem to go sort of like semi-viral, if you will. And they get in so many views every month that's how I get paid. So this is a nice little neighborhood. Kind of reminds me of where I lived. Actually, when I lived in Newfoundland. Kind of has that same sort of look to it. Helps if I drive on the right side of the road, but minor details. There's nobody around, so I figured I would just kind of take over. Alright, let me slow the truck down. Because sometimes I have a really hard time chatting and driving 130 kilometers an hour at the same time. What do we got? That Project 007 looks really sweet. If you didn't know already, the developers of Hitman 3 are making a new 007 game. Yeah, I knew about it. I just haven't bothered taking a look at it. I'm just being like, I just haven't bothered. I'm like, that shit's not coming out for a long time. I'm one of those weirdos that, like, when I hear of a game that's going to be coming out in, the unknown foreseeable future, I tend to sometimes not even bother looking at a screenshot of it. It's like, that's too far away. I don't want to get too excited, so I don't look into it. Hitman 3 I knew nothing about until the game dropped and I started playing it. I'm just kind of weird that way. Oh, wow, that comment got a lot of views. Oh, it's because of I got to talk about, just super quick, on Twitter, talking about the Marilyn Manson sexual misconduct allegations. There was a woman who said, well, the first clue that you should have that he was probably like this is the way he looks. I mean, just look at him. So I said, well, I used to look just like Marilyn Manson for years. and now I look completely different, yet I'm still the same person. Jeffrey Dahmer was a clean-cut, regular, half-decent looking guy, and look at the monster he turned out to be. Right? So, you know, that whole stereotype, right, where we judge people by how they look. Oh, he's got facial piercings, and he's got tattoos on his face. He must be, a complete psychopath. Look at Post Malone. I'll be the first to admit, when I first saw Post Malone, I'm gonna be full-fledged honest. I was like, who the fuck is this freakazoid? Because I'm an asshole like that sometimes. I never said I was perfect. I was like, who the fuck is this? The fuck is this? I couldn't get over it. Then I listened to him speak. I listened to him play the piano. I listened to him play the guitar. Just his mannerisms, and I kind of went, oops. I take back anything I ever said about it. I didn't even know the guy, and I judged him right away. Right? So, I mean, I think we've all done that at some point or another, looked at someone and went, oof. We're almost there. May sound childish, but the only thing I'm excited for is the new LEGO Star Wars. Yeah, I like the LEGO games. I like LEGO Worlds, actually. Apart from the fact that it's a little bit, like, glitchy and wonky. LEGO Worlds, it's like a sandbox Minecraft game. It's pretty damn cool. And I like that some of the LEGO Lord of the Ring games, too, were cool. Like Middle-earth or whatever it was. I kind of felt like the open world was a bit bland. There wasn't, like, a lot of enemies. I wish they would have had it so that, like, enemies were respawning and all that. Hope the show adds a create your own stadium mode. Heard they were thinking about adding it. Says the problem with. So the problem with the show, you see what I did there? Is they don't have a make your own stadium. So you can kind of make it your own. Because that is a big deal when you think about it. You know, it's not just about the baseball player and their character customization. And the glove and the grip tape and all the shit. Right? When you're at the bat or wherever you are, a big part of what you're looking at is the damn stadium, the people. It's like this game when you're driving, you know? It's not just about the trees and how shiny your chrome rims are. What's half of what you can see right now? Half of your view on this right now is the bloody sky. So the fact that they tweaked the clouds and the sky to make it look like photorealistic and dynamic with moving clouds is a huge thing, right? Where some people would be like, ah, screw that. Nobody's going up in the sky. It's a trucking game. You're on the ground. Yeah, but it takes up half of your bloody view. Right? So to me, it still helps with immersion. So yeah, create a stadium would be cool. I'm pretty excited for State of Decay 2. Say, what happened to that State of Decay 2 co-op thing you talked about? State of Decay 3. Yeah, State of Decay 3. Well, that could still be a thing. I literally have to make, like, a notepad. I'm not even kidding. It's not like I get a lot of people in here anyways. So it should be easy to mark down a small list of people that want to do some co-op stuff. State of Decay 3 on PC. Well, it doesn't matter because it's cross-platform anyways. I think was you, correct? Cody? Cody is the State of Decay 3 person. I forget who was the Diablo 3 PlayStation person. I know that when I spoke to Haruki a couple of times, she said something about I got a PS5 and Diablo. But then I never got a confirmation as to whether or not she actually wanted to co-op at some point. Ooh, where do you need it? No, we're not doing that. That is way too much. That is just too psycho. Look at that. Even gives you a preview. I'd have to go in and, like, on an angle, like a Tetris piece, get it all in there. Forget that. We're just going to take the easy way out. We are going to... You know what sucks right now is I got a big building in front of me. Yeah, I think the thing is I get distracted a lot of times and I forget who wants to do what. And then it's just like over my head, under my feet, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. I think that's what that is. So now, see our truck? See that? How I caught that at the last second? Looks like everything was perfect. But look, that's what, right there, that is the epitome of what I've always been talking about. Look at that. If we're not careful and we just go to the left, we're going to clip the back of the milk truck onto that thingamathing. So that's where I probably have to turn to the right, kind of bring it in a bit deeper. Bring it in deeper before I can pull out. That sounds really bad, but seriously, that's probably what I got to do. So we're going to do that. Gently. We don't want to rip anything. That was so cringy. Whoops. That was terrible. But I had to. I couldn't resist. I could not resist. Oof. No, we did it. We just... Yeah, no, we're good. Oh boy, we came close to botching that one. Why is it acting like it's stuck on something? The fuck? That's interesting. Let me reverse it. Looks like it clipped on the... There we... And I took a damage percent... What? What the hell's going on here? You could see it right there. I didn't hit nothing. I mean, look, I could zoom right in. I'm not even on the curb. But it's acting as if I botched it. Oh, for the love of God. See, it's getting stuck on something. Ain't that some shit? Alright, easy does it. Let's try and just, you know what I mean? Let's try and figure this out. Come on, you bitch. Yeah, I think it's like a glitch. It's like a small, minor physics glitch, because there's... I'm not getting caught up on anything. Oh, this is frustrating. It's bad enough that I'm not the best driver with a trailer load. Well, let's see if I can figure something out. How does this work again? So if we want... If I go back out this way... kind of thing. Yeah, like that. There we go. And then... trying to really get far away from that. And instead hit the light post. But you see what happened is I was able to break free. And that's because that curb and that post, there was like a... What's the word I'm looking for? Physics collision detection. It was probably just off by like 1/4 of an inch. And even though I technically wasn't hitting it, the game still thought I was. It's a pretty big game. I mean, Heaven forbid. Don't want to hit that. I could see it in my rear or side mirror, rather. There we go. And I'll check the chat out in just a minute. I want to see where I'm supposed to park this thing. This was supposed to be easy. Well, it's whenever I have a little bit of time. Well, write it down somewhere, put a reminder for a day you decide to co-op. Yeah. Yes, they are. Cody, do you have Diablo 3 as well? On PlayStation, or I think your Xbox, right? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I came in the wrong way, but how was I supposed to know? You see the grid up there? It wants me to be facing this way, and I'm going in the opposite direction. Oh, for the love of God. Now that's a tricky one. You see what I'm saying? Remember when I got out and I was like, do I go left? Do I go right? How am I supposed to know? Well, it would have been easy if all I had to do was drive in there. So I'm going to try it as a joke. I'm going to see what happens. Even though this is technically not where it wants us to go. It wants me to be parked the other way. We'll just kind of see. For the fun of it. Just to see if the game's like, okay, whatever. No, it's really going to be a bastard, isn't it? Unless it doesn't... Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, right, oh, okay. Aw, come on. Are you serious? It really wants me to be facing the other direction. You gotta be kidding me. Well, it's not just a reminder, too. Don't forget, it's my time schedule is all over the place, right? Like, when am I usually streaming at this time, for example, right? That's what I mean. That's what I've always said before is I tend to be consistent enough in that I'm around often, but when I show up and how long I show up for aren't always the same. So you tend to be better on weekends, right? Yeah, see? This would have been perfect. But it wants us to be flipped the other way around. Oh my God. But you should also be able to remind me too. Hey, what are you doing? Were you thinking of, you know what I'm saying? Playing a little State of, Decay? I've been like, oh yeah, that thing. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, that wasn't so bad, actually. You watch me in real life drive a truck like this, I'd have drones on the outside. Right? Just so I could kind of see where I'm driving. I'd be sitting there with an iPad. Because it really helps a lot, eh? Like, big time. Again, you get bonus XP for this. And again, if you're just tuning in, There we go. This is on an open beta update of 1.40. There's been a lighting graphical overhaul made to the system. Sweet! We're level 10. And yeah. Made a little bit of cash. Okay. Oakdale to Ontario. Ontario is also a province in Canada. So for me, that was semi-exciting. And again, the yellow on the map just shows like where I've been in the past. That's all that means. And we are near a station right there for fixing up our truck and modifying it. Whoops. Oh, would you just... There we go. There, I can break free from it. But are you only good on the weekend, or are you saying that's just a better time for you in general? I mean, generally speaking, when things are going well, I tend to stream around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, and then 8 o'clock. And then whenever else I happen to find a moment here and there. Not only that, you know what's another thing I legit have to do? Because I don't have an Xbox, eh? I have to make sure that I can run that game and stream it at the same time. Remember that I'm starting to have issues with my computer. Look, I just dropped down to 40 frames a second in Truck Simulator. So that's actually something I might try and do after this really quick. Is actually try out State of Decay really quick to make sure that it even functions properly. Okay, so that's the mechanic there. Let's go ahead and... Let's fill her up. Of course, I start going down the one that you can't fill up on. I'll check the chat out in just a moment. That's done. Yeah, you don't want to drive into that. Where the hell is the sign? Oh, it's right there. It was out of my view. Now, I forgot to mention about my steering wheel that I just bought like a week ago. I got like $65 back for price matching it. I thought that was cool. Hello, flower lover. Well, how we're going to play is easy. Remember that my computer only started acting up recently. I'm going to save the game here in a minute. And I'm actually going to go and do a test to see if my game even runs properly. Actually, no, I forgot. I don't even think I have the game installed right now. I'm going to have to install it. Because don't forget, I had to format my computer, right? Like my sound, everything's going wonky. See? I can buy this now. Probably not going to bother, but no. Anyways, I can extend the cab, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's see what else I can buy here. 6x4 200 or long 6x2 220. Day cab needs to, well, let's see what happens then. Oh, I see what it does. You see what it did to my truck? It forces you to add that and make it like, those bigger trucks. But I don't necessarily want that, because I get way better maneuverability and actually better long haul, heavy cargo long haul with just this, because I can hold more gas and yet still be more maneuverable. So that's not, look at that. Oh, it's still a 500 horsepower engine, but, okay. I see what it's doing. It's a little bit better on heavy cargo and going up hills, but I lose a little bit of normal cargo. You see that? The truck analysis? Oh, that's easy. It's a Microsoft game. I have it. Oh, wait, I have it on Steam. That's right. I don't have it on Windows anymore. Let me just save the game, and whether it's Windows, Microsoft Store, Steam, Xbox, Series X, S, Bone 1, doesn't matter. It's crossplay. Period. Let me just figure out this engine bit here. Optimized for light and medium weight cargo. What do you mean optimized? So what I wouldn't... How is it that you're better at going up hills and doing heavy cargo, but you're not as good at doing normal cargo? That doesn't make any sense to me. They're both 500, 2500. Yeah, this engine has more torque. That's the only difference. It's got about 300 Nm, whatever the hell that means. And it's got an extra 200 pounds of pound per foot torque. And it's a more expensive engine. Nah, whatever. I'll probably grab it anyways. We do not have a new shifter. Gotta wait till level 12 for that. Oh, a classic interior. Oh, look at you. Look at that. Because I got a mod that makes my dials blue. So that one it's got like better contrast. So that actually kind of looks cool. Of course, I got my kitty cats right there. We know about that. Accessories. Are there new things in here? No. I do know one thing I want to change. The steering wheel, I want the all chrome one instead of the one with the gold. Yeah, we'll do that one instead. And that should be it. It kind of looks cleaner, in my opinion. We shall confirm that. Yeah, I have 2 cats in the truck. Newton per meter, right? What doesn't make any sense? Hitman 3 new deluxe contracts over there. Yeah, nothing about Hitman 3 is too easy, but... Alright, let me go ahead and save my game. Might have to go soon. I still have to do lunch, go for my additional walk. All that kind of stuff. I normally don't stream around this time. But I had some free time. I was doing some game updates, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah, I forgot I bought the game on Steam. Oh, that's favorites. There we go. I do have State of Decay 2 installed. Yeah, trust me. Don't look at the 38 minutes total playtime I got. I mean, you don't want to know how many hours I got in this game on both the Xbox when I had one and then when I used to have it through the Microsoft Store. I only recently purchased this around actually Christmas because it was like on a psychotic sale and I don't like the Microsoft Store. So holy shitballs, that's loud. Wow. Holy bejesus. Let me take care of that and see how the game runs. That is like one of the most important things right now. It's just how does the game function? There's no master volume? Are you kidding me? That is so stupid. Wow, I have no control over the volume. I had to wait to get in. There's no master volume. Let's see. That should be good. Hey, Tyrone. Oh, yeah, depression sucks. I'm not having a good last couple of days either. But I'm having fun when I'm in here. Nobody's able to fuck that up for me, so... Whoops. Let's go with this and see what happens. Advanced video. Ultra. Ugh. Well, we'll leave it on Ultra for now. Remember, I got a 7-year-old potato. We are full screen. Motion blur I don't like on high. I like low. Let's do that. Let's just see how the game runs for now. And... campaign. Yeah, I think it's this one. Shows you how long it's been since I've played. Manage the community. Well, I gotta get in the game. I gotta see how it runs first so that I can figure out if this is something I should be getting excited about or not. Don't forget, again, when I stream, I got my camera on, my microphone, YouTube running, OBS, streaming, all that shit. That alone takes up more of my CPU power than an actual video game. Call of Duty on Ultra takes less CPU power than, you know... Oh, don't mind all the number 9s at the top left there.
I'm heading your way.
I'll keep my eyes peeled for you.
I mean, so far, so good. It seems to be... How do I run again? Yeah, like that. Oh, see? We dropped right down to 50. I do find the game on Steam runs better, and especially since the last update. I'm just gonna go for a quick spin. The volume should be a lot better.
Here's an idea that might take care of things.
Yeah, that's some pretty nasty frame drops. Ooh. I was hoping my steering wheel was gonna work in this game for the driving. Red band. What's a Proloff parable? Yeah, it is lagging a lot because my computer can't handle it. Like I said, my computer can't handle streaming and playing computer games on Ultra at 60 frames at the same time.
Left our supplies just lying around, and some of them got ruined.
Let me check something out. Vsync. Shadow quality, foliage. Let me see if this makes a difference. Sometimes it doesn't. I've even locked the game at 30 frames before, to be honest. And usually, when that doesn't make a difference, what that usually means is an optimization thing. Because on the Windows Store, even locking it at 30 frames, it would like drop down to 15. But if I had it locked to 60, it never dropped down below like 50. So it's obviously not like my computer at that point, if you know what I mean. It's an optimization thing. However, with a newer computer that I'm hoping to build from the ground up this year, what I'm hoping will happen is some of these games that I like to play that aren't well optimized is my computer will be so insanely powerful, it'll overcompensate for the fact that it's not well optimized, right? Let's see how that runs.
I managed to save a few useful bits from the junk pile. That's something at least.
Why can't you do what, sorry? Oh, I don't do dual GPUs, man. Those are a fucking gimmick. I'm not into that shit. I did dual GPUs years ago. I don't do that stuff anymore. I take that extra money that I would be buying a second graphics card with, and I dump it into a much higher end CPU. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. Like I said, I'll probably just have to leave it on this setting. What is it you're wondering you can't do? Cody? Exit to the main menu. Heartland. Yeah, so like I said, maybe a bit later if I'm not too busy. That settings thing. What do you mean that's setting? Well, I mean I'm playing it on a computer. I don't have an Xbox. So naturally I'm going to have graphical settings. Really? But I've done this before. I've done Heartland. That's some messed up shit. Let me just start it and see what happens. Well, I've already played a lot of Hitman 3. Don't forget, I kind of just play what I want in the moment. That's weird. I don't really remember this part. Let me just click it really quick, see how it kind of like runs. Yeah, to be honest with you, I actually don't feel like playing Hitman 3 at all. And I'll tell you why. To be perfectly blunt, Hitman 3, I love. However, I'm at a point now in the game where I'm seeking to do specific challenges to try to increase my mastery level. And I'm at a point where if I played those, I would have to pause the game every fucking 2 minutes, look up a guide on YouTube, How do I do this? How do I do that? Then go to the game. Walk around for 15 seconds. Pause it. Look at the video. And back and forth. It's just too distracting. I'm not saying I'll never do it. But you could change the setting in the menu. Multiplayer unlocked. Well, yeah, like I said, we don't need to stress out about it, but I didn't know that we could do the campaign co-op. Did you know that? I didn't know that we could.
This is Trumbull Valley.
Does that mean?
Look around, kid. This is where it all started.
Okay, I'm trying to
That's
stream.
not actually
Zip it.
true. The outbreak started all over. Everybody knows
Oh,
that.
look at that.
I
You
meant
can.
the network. Lily's time here inspired the whole damn idea.
Does that mean that it's really
Telling what's
distracting
rolling
when they
around
won't
out
shut the
here.
fuck up? Does that mean one person controls the guy and the other person controls the girl? Or if I invite someone to my game, they would be a completely different character added? How does that work? Memorizing the path. What? Oh, yeah. But I'm saying doing that during a live stream? I mean, I've done it. It's not like anybody was like, come on, man. Why do you got to do that? No one's ever complained. But, yeah. Well, this would be interesting. To do the campaign co-op. At least for a little bit, like I said. I mean, I do like playing this game. I mean, right now I'm still kind of on a...
Do you see that?
I do. And
I'm
I
on a
don't
bit of a
like it.
driving kick there.
Here it
right?
comes.
Because I just spent $400 on a steering wheel. And I think that was one of those... I will fuck you up. Nope, you can't get me. Oh, you're too slow.
Is that what ferals are like around here?
Jesus.
Crazy.
What, you were expecting a picnic? Toughen up, kid. Now stick close. We gotta find some help before we can start looking for Santos.
Man, they talk a lot.
Totally on board with that.
And that distracts the shit out of me. Yeah, I don't have an Xbox. Yeah, I get it, Red Benton. I get it. You're spamming the same shit over and over again. I get it. Well, I also got $60 credited back onto my bank account for the steering wheel. Sure, it's worth it. But I'm also financially pretty strapped, right? Like I said, my computer's on its way out. It's 7 years old. It's like literally starting to fall apart. The only good thing about my computer is my graphics card, which kicks ass. Everything else is an absolute rubbish pile of shit. But yeah. Yeah, so in this, again, when it comes to Friend C, Morrow's X, that's my old Xbox name. Well, it's not my old Xbox, it's still my Xbox name, but I don't have an Xbox. This is Microsoft Live, whatever the fuck it's called. That's who published this game, so I don't know how that goes. How do you do that? Maybe you'd have to invite, or you'd have to add me to Steam. Stream the exclusive targets? Probably not, no. No, moving forward, anything that's like pretty intense, I think I'm going to stop doing that, to be honest with you. Because to be perfectly honest, like I just don't enjoy it. It's too distracting looking at the stream, even though I only get 8 to 10 people. And then having to completely ignore the chat. Open up another tab on my Google, go to YouTube, look up a guy, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I might try a random escalation, as long as there's no challenges involved. I might just like go straight in and see what happens. But I'm really starting to get anxious to want to unlock some of the extra weapons that I want in Hitman 3, so that I can actually start playing the game in a little bit more of a fun way, which is just going in, raising hell, shooting everyone, collecting bodies, stuffing them all in a room. doing a crowbar only playthrough or a fiber wire only playthrough, like kind of make up my own challenges, if that makes any sense. So that's the kind of thing that I'm looking at doing. Hello, number 4-7. But is there a way you could call for help in the rain? I have no idea. I never play co-op. I am such a I'm such a snob. I just don't know how any of this stuff works. I don't know how it works. I don't even know. Not too bad, you? I don't know. I just know that I can send an invite. Well, these are my old Fruity Too Good. That's my fruity friend. These are people I played Ark with when I used to have an Xbox a long time ago. So these are actual, well, not actual friends. I just mean they're Xbox acquaintances. Friend might be a little bit of a strong word there. So it would have to be like this, see? Manage account link, manage your friend, manage your Xbox Live friends list with the Windows 10 game bar. That shit is gone. Adios. The Xbox smartphone app or at that's fucking complicated. But I can also do link with Steam. Link your Steam and Xbox Live accounts and find your friends who also have linked their accounts. Again, I have those friends because I used to have an Xbox. And everything that's Xbox related on my computer, I've deleted that shit. I just didn't fucking like it. It was always running in the background. I couldn't get it to turn off. It was sucking up my CPU. I was just like, fuck you. Yes, it's right there. Those are my, the PC ones would be link with Steam. What I'm saying is you should add me since you have an actual Xbox. There's my name right at the top left. Morrow's X. That's my Xbox profile name. So go ahead and add me on your Xbox. That way, when I try to invite you, I'll see you in this list here. Right? These are my Xbox friends. Yes, I'm quite sure. What's a crypto mining virus? I don't have a virus.
Yo, nice work with that blood barrel. That thing's been lurking around here all day.
You think this guy might know Ray Santos?
Oh, wow, my
One way to
frames just
find out.
dip, eh? Right down to 50. I have to admit, that is pretty fucking annoying.
Haven't seen that face before.
Well, I know everybody in this valley. You're not from around here, are you?
And that's why I generally hate PC
No.
gaming.
Came here looking for somebody.
Tell you what, if you help me out, I can probably point you in the right direction.
Yeah, right now I'm waiting to see if you can add me. To see if I get some type of magical, you know, pop-up that I have a new friend or something. Like a new request. Because like I said, I don't have an Xbox to add you on, but I do have my Xbox there. Oh, you did? My PC specs are irrelevant. It's an old computer. That's all you need to know. It's old, and I don't have the money to buy a new one. It's old enough that it's starting to become ancient, but it's powerful enough that I can play anything I want, ultra 60 frames a second. I can even play Red Dead Redemption 2 on high to ultra at 60 frames. But not while I'm streaming. Again, microphone, camera, YouTube, streaming software, that sucks up a shit ton of my CPU. State of Decay. Well, how are you going to join? Randomly. You're not on my friends list. I don't think it allows letting people join. Multiplayer. Yeah, I don't know how this shit works. I don't know why they make it so complicated, to be honest. Yes, I am enjoying Hitman 3, Red Benton. I don't know what a Proloff parable is, to be honest. I don't know how to do that. I've never done this, is what I'm saying. I've never co-opted before. How? What radio? I don't use the radio. I've never bothered with the radio. That's what I'm getting at. I mean, what button? No, Raj. That's... No. I don't know how to say this more bluntly. My computer fucking sucks. There's nothing wrong with my computer. It's an old computer. My computer just cannot handle playing a game on Ultra at 60 frames and also streaming it at the same time. That's why I generally play console games. Right? Because then my PlayStation is pushing the game. Then in this case, all my computer has to do is the streaming. Right now, my computer is both powering a game and streaming. Streaming takes more CPU usage than the actual game itself.
Into somebody's house and take their stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
When you think about it, that's
I mean,
more stealing than any of the dirtbags I ever arrested.
I don't. I have, maybe it's this thing. Oh, that's matchmaking. But that's just randomly gonna find you someone. I don't care about other people. I want to know how you can join. No, it doesn't. That's not how it works, Raj. Trust me, I've been doing YouTube for 2 years. Yeah. Lornal, I don't eat candy. Candy is disgusting. Streaming does not use GPU power. I'm barely using 10% of my GPU. A lot of people underestimate the power of their CPU. Not everything is just about the GPU. Hey, bro, what's your graphics card, bro? Got a 3080, bitch. But the guy's rocking a fucking i5 at 2.5 gigahertz. Right? For what I do, I need more CPU power than I need GPU power. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to add you from this game, to be honest. I don't know how that would work at all. It won't let me do it from this game. And I don't have... I mean, I have a way to add through Steam, but you said you don't have Steam. So I don't know how the fuck that would even work. Yeah, RAM as well, but... My RAM never gets bottlenecked. Ever. So I'm not worried about my RAM. My GPU never gets bottlenecked. I'm not worried about my GPU. My weakest link right now is my CPU. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's old. Right? Yes, February the 23rd, yeah. The Hitman stuff that's coming out. Are you going to pay for it? Why don't I upgrade it? This guy's funny. Why don't... Money! I'm on disability. Right? I'm probably like the poorest person you've ever met in your life. Money. Where's it coming from? Where's the $1,800 to build the computer? That's why I haven't done it. I have no idea what that means. Well, but that's what I'm having. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. I get bottlenecked at my CPU. I can tell you how I get bottlenecked at my CPU. Because my fucking CPU hits 100% usage, and then my computer freezes, and it crashes, and it stutters. And after a while, it also starts to crackle. You can't buy a brand new CPU. You can't buy a good CPU for a 7-year-old motherboard. They change socket types like every 1 to 2 years. I'd have to buy a new motherboard, a new CPU. I gotta build a whole new computer. It's time to build a new computer. I just don't have the money. Red Benton. I don't know if you're drunk, but I get it. I know what's going on. This guy's just going on about Hitman 3 and the February 23rd update. Yes, I like dogs. I have 2 dogs, Lornal. Do you like dogs? Motherboards aren't cheap. I don't buy cheap shit. I do YouTube full time. It's got to have good quality components. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a graphics card like I did and then spend like $50 on a motherboard. Nothing is cheap when you're poor. Everything's expensive when you're poor. Well, yeah, I got a brand new $1,000 GPU, and the rest of my computer's from fucking 2013, 2014. So I play a game, my GPU usage is at like fucking 15%, my RAM is at like 30%, and my CPU gets throttled all the way up to 100% because I'm streaming. I've got YouTube open. I've got Google Chrome open because, YouTube's open and that. This microphone, you'd be surprised, that takes up a little bit of CPU power. My DSLR camera alone takes 12% of my CPU. 12%. I think this one's like 4% now. You know what I mean? Now we're like 16%. Then OBS takes up like another 3 or 4%. Everything together with the browser almost chews up like 20 to 25% of my CPU. Right? And then the fan starts fucking kicking in. And then if I run a game from my PC on top of that, my PC's just like, oh, fuck me. Right? But if I shut this off, I shut the camera down, I shut off the streaming, I can run Red Dead Redemption 2 on high to ultra at 60 frames. Right? So my computer's still adequate. But when I try to stream and play a PC game, right? It's just kind of like walking that fine line where it'll work, but not the best. And then with the sound thing, I got to reboot my computer almost every hour to an hour and a half because then it starts to crackle really bad. I've already formatted my computer and all that shit. It's just old. You know what I mean? It's just burnt out. But no, because I already have the best CPU that you can get for my motherboard. Plus, there's something wrong with my motherboard, I think, because of the sound crackling issue that I have. I don't want to start making a Frankenstein computer. It was not bad enough, but I had already gone with a new graphics card that I threw in a very old computer, and oh my god, has it helped me a lot. Like, holy shit, has it made a huge difference. But that was a year ago, back before the first lockdown with COVID back in March. Next month will already be a year that I bought my new graphics card. Or newer graphics card. Right? Everything else is from like 2013, 2014. You have werewolves, Lornal? What? Uh... Yeah, I don't like doing that at all. When I build a computer, I don't want shit from fucking 7 years. I don't want like an 8-year-old power supply and then a fucking 8-month-old seat. You know what I mean? Like I want my shit to be around the same date. Right? When I build a computer from the ground up, I don't want parts from different eras and shit like that. That's what I mean by that. Right? That's why getting a new CPU for my motherboard makes no sense to me. Jesus Christ, that guy's fucking annoying. Oh, not to be I don't need help. I already know what I'm getting. The help that I need is time. I have to save up my money. That's just really that simple. There is nothing else that needs to be done. Yeah, so that guy Red Benton, I don't know. I told you I'm an asshole. The guy was driving me nuts, just going on about the weirdest shit. He just kept. I felt like he was clogging up the chat. Okay, right now I got to ignore everyone. I'm gonna try to go on my Microsoft. I'm trying to see if I can log in through the website. So right now I cannot see. Well, I mean, I'll see it in a second there. Oh, it wants my security code. Microsoft. Verify. My Microsoft account. Oh. See what your friends are playing. Where the fuck is it? I don't want the goddamn app. Fuck the app. I logged into my Microsoft account, which it told me I could do. Games, devices, community, maybe. Shop gear. No, no. My Microsoft account. I can't see my friends list at all. At all on here. I have no idea. Lornal says, is it possible if you eat your dog that you have DNA? What the fuck? Yeah, I meant like Frankenstein, like as in like, probably not the right term, but in my mind it made sense. I meant like different pieces from like different generations and shit, just kind of like put together all sloppy. Yeah, I forgot something. I'm sure he wasn't a bad person, but I told you before, I don't always have too much patience. I asked him quite a few times, plus he was spamming earlier as well, and I told him not to. I was like, okay, I get it. Can you please not constantly repeat it? And he just kept going on, kept going on. So even though he didn't say anything rude, he's probably a really nice guy. Like I said, I'm not desperate to reach 2 digits in my stream. If I find someone annoying, they're just adios. They're gone. Yeah, so to recap, and then I'm going to move on to something else because I can't figure out how to add a friend on this. I refuse to use the app. I had it before, and I don't fucking want that shit on my computer. It told me that I could manage my friends right from my Xbox login, which I just did. I'm on Xbox.com right now. I can see my profile, everything. But for some reason, there we go. Friends, there we go. Could they have made this a little bit more complicated? Just give me a second there. I'm trying to get this going. Okay, I'm looking at my friends list, offline, suggestions. Apparently, I have a lot of people that follow me, except I don't see anybody that tried to add me. Yeah, like I said, it might sound rude what I did with him to ban him, but I had already warned him a couple of times. Yeah, he's gone. He sounded like a bot and he was like talking as if he was a part of IO Interactive. Did I get what? Yeah, exactly. Well, I knew what he was talking about, but it just fucking guy was weird. I don't see anybody trying to add me. I'm going to have to delete a lot of these people, to be honest with you. I don't know who half these people are. Who the fuck are all these people? Wow, that's a lot of people. God damn. Okay, so sorry, I'm really tired. I did not sleep much last night. Yeah, because I don't see any invitations. Hello from England again, Phil. I need to get the time difference sorted for the beginning. Oh, today was kind of like an oddball time for me to stream anyways. I normally don't stream this early because I've already been streaming for like an hour and a half. Normally I would just be starting my stream. Yeah, he sounded like a bot. We are happy you are enjoying the escalation. Be ready for February the 23rd, for we have new content for you to enjoy. We are proud to see you are enjoying yourself in Hitman 3. And I'm just like, okay. Then it goes on for several minutes. I'm trying to keep up with people that are having a conversation with me. He's kind of like off in left field having a conversation on his own. So I'm just like, out. But yeah. Cody, what's your Xbox thing? I mean, it says friends right here, but I don't see, like, anything pending. I just see find people. Hmm. Yeah, I have no idea. Sorry, I'm just going through my Xbox thing, and I just don't get it. Because I do see, like, my friends list as if I was on the Xbox profile thing. All right, let me copy that. Let me see if I can add you. There we go. Now I'll click on you. Oh, then it says right there, 23 minutes ago, added you as a friend. But I guess I have to add back? Is that how it works on Xbox? That's so weird. I think you're there. I added you. I'm just not sure I actually see you if you're online. No, these are all people I know from before. Yeah, let me know if you come online just so I can at least see you. This is a bit slow now. It's kind of like the end of the stream. Hello, Injustice. You mailed me something. Well, first of all, I'm nothing special to mod for, to be perfectly honest with you. I have to remember you by name, which, no offense, I don't really know who you are. And quite frankly, my streams are so tiny and I have so many mods. I'm just not that popular. I just don't need that many random people. I'm already at a point where I sometimes have to call out my own mods, and I don't like doing that. It's frustrating. And that's because it can take a while to get to know people's personalities. I can't have people that are less mature than me be my mod, right? I am very picky. Absolutely, I'm an asshole when it comes to it. Because I don't want people coming in that just annoy me or spam or annoy anybody else in my stream. This isn't just my stream, right? If I just play by my rules and I don't give a shit what anybody else says, no one's going to want to come and hang out here. I have had numerous complaints, private message to me on Twitter. This person is doing this, that mod is saying that. Why can he say this, but I can't say that? And holy fuck, man. I feel like I'm a goddamn elementary school teacher disciplining kids out at recess. That's not what I signed up for. So that's why I make such a big deal out of it. And because even though my streams are super tiny, there can be a lot of chat. If I don't look at the chat for 2 minutes, even with barely 2 digits in a stream, you'd be amazed how much chat can go on. Sometimes people come in screaming out the N word, the F homosexual slur word. And if I accidentally don't catch that on time, do you know what I mean? and I have a mod that just goes and doesn't do anything about it because they don't think it's a big deal, that can make me look really bad. And I get that a lot. A lot of people love to come in and stir up the hornet's nest. I've already had people in my stream that I thought I knew, and they ended up being like really racist. Like straight up, they don't like black people or they don't like Hispanic people. Right? Because just hanging out in a stream, you can't tell everything about someone. And then someone comes in, they say the N word, and then you got one of your mods that thinks it's fucking funny. And you're like, what? Right? And I can't have that. So that's why I'm like very picky. So I have a few people, one person who can be pretty wild. Everybody knows who she is. But like I said, she's been one of my most faithful followers, if you will. And, you know, like I mean, she's disclosed this publicly, so I feel confident to state it. And it's not like it's going behind her back because she's made it publicly known. She just doesn't keep talking about it. But she has Tourette's. So sometimes some people wonder, oh, how come she gets to go a little bit off the wall? And, yeah, it's like, you know, not that you can always use your conditions as an excuse, but it explains why she can be the way that she is. So if somebody else comes in that I know doesn't have Tourette's and they start acting like that, you're right. Some of those people might not be able to stay in the stream, you know? So it can be complicated as you get to know people individually. Yeah, give me a second there, Raj. And like I said, I'm no streaming expert. I don't know how this shit works. I will never claim that I know what I'm doing. You know, that sometimes I'll be like, hey, Stotts, what should I do here? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, hey, this guy said this. Should I just ban him, time him? Yeah, fuck, I don't know. I'm never going to claim that I know what I'm doing. When was someone really just yesterday? Less than 24 hours ago. Hey, no problem. Welcome back, Kevin. Yes, Harukinator. Yeah, she has Tourette's. Oh, don't feel bad for me. It's just the other people that it affects. I could give a shit what people think. That's why when people annoy me, out, you know, then someone will be like, "Oh, bro, you almost had 2 digits in your line." Fuck the 2 digits. Sure, it's cool if it happens, right? But I want it to naturally happen on its own. I've said this a million times before. I'd rather have 8 people in the stream that are quality people than having 20 or 30 dingleberry shit stains hanging around just talking about stupid shit. Right? I don't want 50 people in my live stream if 40 of them are going to be dumb fucks. Right? I'd rather have these 8 or 9 people I have here right now than have a bunch of people that are fucking morons. I've already had, like I said, too many people complain to me on Twitter, dude, you can be pretty funny. I love how you roasted that bitch or blah, 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 blah. But man, these people here, they're too much. Then I go in, I think about it, and I go, you know what? Yeah, I've warned them enough. Yeah, it's been like a month every day. I've warned these 3 people. Yeah, it's time they go. And I thought I was being too hardcore, but then everybody was like, dude, man, you made the right choice. And these 3 people I got rid of that I banned, they weren't even bad people, but they were fucking annoying, right? You don't have to be a troll or be a vile, despicable human being to get banned from the stream. You can just be fucking annoying. Really, just that simple. No one wants to be annoyed. If I'm getting annoyed, there's probably somebody else out there getting annoyed. I don't want people in here getting annoyed. It's really that simple. Yeah, I don't mind profanity. YouTube minds profanity. That's why I try not to swear too much. Yeah, that's why I do this, for some social connection. I don't hang out with people. I don't have a life. I don't have a social life. I've been living in seclusion like a recluse way before the pandemic started. You know what I mean? Almost half my life I've been fairly secluded. I don't generally always get along well with other people. I'm very opinionated. I'm very blunt. I'm very brash. I don't hold back. I don't put up with bullshit. And I'm very trigger happy. If you just rub me the wrong way, it's not that I get offended. I can get annoyed without being offended. It's like, you're out. You come in, you insult me. Oh, you're bald. Oh, you're Canadian. Oh, you're on disability. You don't have a say in this. Like, ooh, wow. Such an insult. Like, I publicly disclosed that I'm on disability. And then for you to come back and try to use that as an insult multiple times under different accounts, I will ban a person like that. Not because I was hurt, but because you couldn't even troll properly. You know what I mean? That, like, what the fuck? Because then we're just wasting time. We're going back and forth. I'm roasting someone, and then they just use copy and I've used that term a lot, copy and paste, right? Where they just sound like every other generic person that comes in with the same bullshit fucking speech. And that clutters up the chat. So I get rid of them. They're out. So Cody, can you do me a small favor? Oh, wow, how the hell do I have 13 people in here? This is boring. I must be boring everybody to death. Shuvik, why are you in my recommendation? Who are you? Why am I watching this? Because you've been mind controlled. Come into my stream, Shuvik. Join the cult of assassins. That's why you're here. Yeah, but that won't last long now because you brought attention to it. We're going to drop back down to 7 people in the stream. Okay. Let me go to my thing. Cody, can you look alive, my friend? Can you come online to make sure that this is working properly? To make sure that I can actually see you? I don't see that you're online. You are? What favor? Okay, so what I'm going to do is something really boring. I'm only going to go in for 2 seconds. I just want to see. God, that's loud. And I can't turn this down. But the in-game stuff is all really, really annoying. The in-game volume is turned down. Well, I'm not always peaceful, but... Oh, okay. It just kind of felt a bit loud. Open a friends. No voice chat. I just want to see if I can see you in my list. No, that's not what I wanted to do. You stupid bastard. I am so confused. I'd rather not. I'm not talking about the favor, Phil. Huh? I am so, like, that went over my head. I have no idea.
So this is Trumbull Valley.
What just happened
Look
there?
around, kid.
Cody,
This is where
can
it all
you,
started.
That's not actually true. The outbreak started
can you
all
enlighten
over.
me?
Everybody knows that.
I meant the network. Lily's time here inspired
You'd
the
rather
whole damn
not...
idea.
What?
We should get moving.
You'd rather not...
What's roaming around out here?
I see if you're online? I'm really confused right now. Oh, I try to be an optimist, too. Oh, okay. So you don't mind... Okay, I thought you were, like... I thought you were against me trying to look you up online or something.
Yeah,
I just
Billy
want to
wants
see if
us
this
here to get
works.
shit done, not to daydream.
There we go. There you are. Bada boom. How you doing? It works. It works. So when we're ready, there you are. I mean, try it just to test it, but I'm just being honest with you. I don't have that much time left at all, and I kind of wanted to do something else, but I'm just being honest. But you can try and join me just to make sure that, like, you know, the whole thing works and all that. Yeah, like I said, for people that know me, they'll know that I'm fairly laid back, but I do have my bipolar moments. It says I'm off, but I'm... Oh, for the love of God. Did it work? I just sent... Well, that doesn't look like it's working well. Right there. Rank equation. There we go. Jesus. Let's see if that works. Well, that's good, Injustice. Yeah, no, overall, people will know this about me. I'm pretty laid back. I like having a good time, making a few jokes here and there. Trying to be a little goofy, silly, cringy without being over the top. I'm just basically being myself. I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. Already am on my own.
Visited the Statue of Liberty once. Never thought I'd turn out to be one of
Who
the
the fuck is that?
masses.
Oh, I forgot I had a partner. I was like, who the hell's talking to me? Yes. Thank you for reminding me, 47. That's actually why I'm on disability. Because I'm bald, I'm incapable of growing hair. My body is defective. I can't even grow eyebrows. So they said, you must stay home and play video games. You might make a couple of friends that way. Alright, so let me know if that worked. Does it look like I have cancer? Would I have been streaming and doing YouTube for multiple years if I was dying of fucking cancer? Who is this? Who invaded my game? Alright, so that worked. How the hell did you end up looking like that?
Staying safe out there?
How the fuck did you do that? Why do I have to look like this guy? Why can't I look like you? What's that weapon you got there? Wow. That looks like some shit you'd get out of Hitman. You are on chemo? Let me guess. Chemo? Yes, yes. The no eyebrows and no hair is from the repeated chemo treatment I've had for the past 25 years. Yes, that's what it's from.
Let's see what we've got in here.
Why is it so dark? And there we go. Yeah, we might as well just try this, like I said. Don't forget there is a delay between the time that I talk and you actually hear what I'm saying. But I thought I would at least, you know, give this a shot, see how this works.
What a pile of crap.
English is not your first language, but maybe asshole is your first language. Well, even if I wasn't bald by choice, who fucking cares? Hey, let's crack a joke at something, and I am being serious. I'll try to play the game a little bit. He's gonna have me do all the work now. I used to have eyebrows. True story. Normal looking, full-fledged eyebrows. And I used to want to shave my eyebrows because I'm really weird. I don't like hair. I just don't like hair. That's why I shave. That's why I wish I would actually go bald, so that I wouldn't have to shave twice a frickin' day. But then someday, as time went on, my eyebrows started to disappear. So instead of going bald where I would have preferred to start, to actually go bald so I wouldn't have to shave, my eyebrows started disappearing. I was like, okay, cool. I guess I don't need to fucking shave them now because they just fucking vanished into thin air. And I never really paid attention to them because that's some superficial bullshit. I just don't fucking care what I look like.
Not really what I was
Or I
hoping
wouldn't be
for.
on camera if I cared so much about what I looked like and all my imperfections. So then I started looking at myself. I was like, never noticed my eyebrows being so thin or like non-existent. So I started looking at pictures of myself from just like 10 years ago, and I was like, oh, wow, holy shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad they fell off, because if I would have probably fucking nuked them, whether my body decided to do it for me or not. So I get why people sometimes ask if I have cancer or chemo. Because, generally speaking, people that are bald, whether by choice or not, from just being bald, they at least generally have eyebrows. And what ends up happening is when you do meet someone who's got no eyebrows, that is a rare thing. It's a rarer thing. It's like meeting someone with a green eye and a blue eye. Not exactly a common thing. So people can start wondering if I have that. The thing is 99% of the people that ask if I have cancer are trying to be funny. They're trying to see if I'm going to get upset and if they can get a rise out of me by asking me that. They're not legitimately asking because they're concerned that I'm dying of some fucking stage 4 cancer. So asking the question isn't a problem. We just know that most people that ask it, like I said, are being a fucking smartass. Lornell Gibson Jr. Oh, now I know. I watched your Doom Eternal offline fix video. Yeah, I know, I was just trying to be funny by saying that I mind-controlled you to come in. Well, OCD's another thing. I didn't even get to that part yet. Exactly. All those times I got gassed, training Agent 47, it took a toll on me, and it killed my eyebrows. If only it could kill the hair on top of my head and my face. That would be well appreciated. I would love to look like Dr. Phil, man. I'd only need to shave the sides of my fucking head. I think this is the last one.
Nothing more to see here.
There we go. Site can be claimed. I mean, I try to be. That's your brother. Oh, boy. When will you do... I didn't get around to that. I didn't get around to making one because I decided to stream. And that's the thing. The game's already been out for a couple of weeks, and that's where I get like, oh my god, I gotta hurry up, and I get stressed out sometimes. I don't think the guy in my game can do anything, because I think this is considered my campaign, so I think I have to do the claiming. Requirement not met? What? Requires for... Oh. It says site can be claimed, but then it tells me that it can't. I am so confused. What have I done? Hopefully, maybe tomorrow, I'll study... I make silent assassin guides like Mr. Freeze. Well, I mean, I sometimes make my guides based loosely on his guides, and then I kind of tweak them a little bit. I kind of always knew I had something OCD-ish from, like, a very early age. Lornal. Jesus, man. Lornal asked me earlier.
Is that what ferals are like around here? This is crazy.
What, you were expecting a picnic?
Wait, we already killed that earlier.
Now stick
Anyways,
close. We gotta find
if
some
you
help
get
before we
dog
can start looking
DNA
for Santos.
by eating it.
I couldn't agree
Take it
more.
easy, Shivik.
Yo, nice work with that blood feral. That thing's been lurking around here all day. Well, I know everybody in this valley. You're not from around here, are you?
No. Came here looking for somebody.
Tell you what, if you help me out,
What
I
the
can
hell?
probably point you in the right direction.
It's not working. Weird.
You think this guy might know Rey Santos?
Take the plague
One way
sample
to
and it won't
find
let me
out.
take it.
I got no room for that.
Oh, because I have no room for that. Well, that's nice.
Look, I'm trying to take back my home from the zombies. Excellent. Let's go fuck some shit up.
Well then.
Hey, kid. I want you to be careful, okay?
Oh, please. I think I can handle a few zombies.
I'm sorry. That's just not a good idea.
Let me see if there's something I can drop that I don't need. A pack of fucking cotton swabs. For real? Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I'll take this instead. Right.
Trumbull Valley used to be a nice place.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in a couple of minutes.
When we were kids, our folks would take us up to Mount Tanner
the
for the
fuck?
weekend.
I fell out of the car.
We've actually heard a lot of stories about the valley. Sounds like a paradise.
I hit the wrong button. What happened to
There's no
that
such thing
zombie?
as a
That's
paradise
hilarious.
anymore. People need to get used to that.
I'm not the one driving, by the way. This is co-op.
Okay, that's the place.
That's your...
Yeah, and my friends are probably still shambling around inside.
Right.
They're still shambling?
So let's go take care of them back, huh?
That doesn't sound good.
I can catch my breath.
What, he's already out of breath?
Oh, I'm still dangerous here.
If an old man can keep going, so can you! Fight!
I feel like the volume is still a bit loud,
That's just not a good idea.
but that could just be me. Oh, I'm beyond a psychopath. Don't you worry about that. There's not a word in a dictionary that describes what I am. For a few years, I think. Clear the remaining zombies. Yeah, I won't waste it on that. Yeah, it seems to be running okay. I think there's only one more over here.
Better luck next time.
There we go. Why are people always
It doesn't
so
bring my friends back, but
intrigued
at least they're at rest now.
with whether or not I've been sexually active in my life? I never understood that.
Glad we could help. We're all in this together, right?
I I had all these big plans for our gardens before.
I mean, I
the
would
zombies
just
showed
ban
up.
him, but I'm too fucking
gotta
lazy
get
right
back to
now to take my mouse, pause my game, scroll it over. But I mean, he might make me do it. Just fucking useless contribution to the chat. Clogging it up. I call it text diarrhea. You just flush it out. Does the body good. We'll put these things away.
We've let our supply of cure run low. That's not a good idea.
Ranged,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that's 357 ammo. That's not even for that. We'll put that away. And there we go. Talk to Malik. Tent. To make some blood, it requires 3 blood samples. Whoops. And I have... Oh! There we go. Did he make those? Oh, thanks. What does what word mean?
I found a couple of things while I was out scavenging.
Oh, I don't know. Use the medical tent to make... We need the plague samples now, okay. What I'll do is I'll take the samples out. Thanks for these, though. Because I do have a little bit of something there. Again, I haven't played this game in a while, so I'm a little bit, like, rusty. We'll put that away. I'll make this really quick. Yeah, I know, I had some here. 50. I'm trying to find on the map where the hell I'm supposed to go. It just says use the medical tent. Oh, I think I have to, yeah, go to the base. There we go.
We have some room to build. What'll it be?
There we go, medical tent. That's what I needed to do. Trade play. Yes.
Could be worse.
I think I only needed to make one. Yeah, mission complete. Perfect. That's what I needed to do.
Can I help you with something?
Switch this can. Oh yeah, I can switch to him.
Hey, give me a hand. It'll keep you on my good side.
Lead the way.
Okay. I am gonna pause it here. Because I do have to go in a few minutes there. But at least I know that that works, so that's pretty cool. And I can invite
I think we gotta get this place fixed up a little.
Cody or anybody else. Does anybody else play Diablo 3 on PlayStation? That's another game I wanted to look into doing co-op with. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Well, that's good. I've already done 2 hours. Let me get caught up on what I've missed. Cures are on the ground. Yes, I got them. Thank you. That's censored. I have no idea. What I do, why going to band. Huh? What do you have to do for me to... Runes mean you're new to something. Oh, the other word. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, I like Marvel. And all that. Cool, thanks. Granddad. Yeah, I'll be getting to that I think, like, whenever I get around to it, to be honest with you. To make the Silent Assassin suit only. I'm only missing Mendoza and the train, the final mission. For those, I've done the first 4, just need to do the last 2. They are quite the time sink, to be honest with you. I don't always enjoy doing them because of how long they take, and because I know I'm going to do them and get like 20 views. Meanwhile, Mr. Freeze gets like 30, 40, 50,000 plus views per video that he makes on them, and it's like, holy cow. 50,000 views, I'm lucky if I get 50 views on one of those videos. But I mean, I'll still put them out as soon as I can to kind of finish, the whole package so that I can say I have a Silent Assassin suit only for all the new locations of Hitman 3 at least. Yeah, it might be around a little bit later. I'm not too sure. Maybe. That might be a bit harder to orchestrate. I like him. The only thing that is annoying is that my playthroughs never work the way he says they're going to. And it's like, what? I get there, I run there. Oh, the guy's going to be coming from the left. Meanwhile, my guy's coming from the right. And you should be good to grab this here because when you do that, this guy will be over there. Meanwhile, my guy's over this way. Nothing ever lines up. So I end up having to make my own guides, and then I fish for hours, sometimes in a level, studying every NPC, their schedule, where they're moving, so that when I make my guide, I can be like, okay, he could come from over here, but if he happens to come from there, don't worry. It just means it might take an extra minute. They'll go up the stair, and I kind of elaborate on that. So my playthroughs are a little bit longer, but they kind of give you a lot of what ifs. What if you're too fast? What if you're too slow? Mr. Freeze, it's just, here it is. Here's how it worked out for me. That's it. And none of his guides have ever played through the way they did on mine. But his guide still helped me give me the basic premise of the route I should take. Just the enemy placement doesn't work. Indeed, Injustice. Well, yeah, I mean, mine take about 15, 20 minutes, but it's because I'm confident by the time you're done watching it, you'll have understood everything. Me? No, I didn't mute. All right, that's the end of that. Lornal is gone. I'm just so done. It's not even funny. So I am going to end the stream in 30 seconds, but I'm going to explain why Lornal is gone. It's so simple. I hope people can see this. Lornal is not a bad person. Lornal has been very active on my streams lately. But Lornal always asks really fucked up shit. Have you ever been punched in the ribs? Do you know Jeffrey Dahmer? Do you know Ted Bundy? Do you like eating chickens? If I ate a dog, do you like dogs? If I ate your dogs or some dog, better not been my dogs, would you get their DNA? What? What? Like, what is that? Like, just what is that? Now, can you get AIDS and... Oh, man. It's not funny. It's not insulting. It's not offending. It's just useless. It's clutter. It's text clutter. Diarrhea text. I got to flush it out. I'm on a purge this year. I'm going to be banning a lot of people that just don't contribute to a normal conversation. Most people that come in here in closing, now that I've got almost 10 people in here, because I do come across like I'm a little bit of a hot wire and you never know which way I'm going to swing. And that's true because sometimes I don't even know which direction I'm going in. I just go by the moment. And I just know that most people that do come in here is a lot of people that come in here, no offense, have some mental problems. I have some mental problems. I've been very public about that. I've got lots of them, believe me. And a lot of people like to come and relax. It's like a happy place for them. It's like a safe place for them. Oh, I heard, they're talking about me. They're like, "Oh, I heard you talk about anxiety or depression or just having bipolar or OCD or the plethora of problems that I have." And then sometimes for whatever reason, I'll have a lot of younger people that come in the stream. And sometimes they don't fully understand, or they do, but they don't have other people that they can kind of relate to that share some of the problems that I have, because some of these kids, they're like fucking 12, 13 years old. And some of these people are telling me they've got severe depression. They've got anxiety. They feel like they can't breathe and shit. And none of their friends get it. When you're 12, 13, I'm 40 fucking 2 years old and I still have people I've grown up with for over 30 years that still don't get it. And they judge you. They raise an eyebrow. I mean, I can't raise an eyebrow because I don't have any. I could still raise the skin on my forehead. And they enjoy that. So if people come in and they try to ruin that. Sorry, I'm getting some texts and I got to go there. But I don't want that. I don't want that vibe to get ruined. I don't like when people text me and say, "This person's making me feel uncomfortable," or, "You were kind of funny roasting that guy," but you know what I mean? Like, they think it's funny in the moment, but then it happens a lot. So that's why there is going to have to be a time where I'm going to have to even myself learn that when people come in and they start acting weird and saying some weird shit, as much as I love trying to be funny, I might just have to be like, "Oh, look at that wise guy. Thinks he's funny. Adios." Or not even address them and just like kick them out without even bringing it up, as if I didn't see it. Technically speaking, that is the best way to do it. Otherwise, you'll have people that come in and go, "Oh, this guy's kind of funny. Here, watch. I'll make a new YouTube channel. He won't know it's me. I'll go in, check out how funny this guy is and what he's going to say this time." And I know for a fact that that's happened. I've had people admit it to me. They're like, "Man, I wasn't trolling you. I was only doing that on purpose because I knew you were going to say something funny." And I was like, and that's what you don't want. You don't want people that are fake trolling you just to get a reaction out of you because they want a good laugh. That's not how I want to make people laugh. By having trolls in my stream. That is just not a good recipe for success. If I'm looking to have any of it whatsoever. Yeah, like anything from "Do you like grapes?" to "Can you get dog DNA by eating them?" Like, what? Raj is yeah. Yeah. Well, my life, like I said, isn't necessarily a picnic. I have a lot of issues. I'm extremely poor. I struggle a lot mentally, emotionally, financially. It's not fun. On the surface, you might just see me having a great time streaming, sitting at home, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. Thanks, Raj. Yeah, I've been told that a few times, at least when I stay calm. Definitely not when I get hyper. Once upon a time, there was a boy running in the field collecting flowers. But yeah, anyways. Pretty much. I might be back in a few hours. I'm not too sure when. It's 3, 4, maybe in a couple of hours. I really don't know. I just know that I need to go now. I gotta piss. I'm hungry. I want to go for another walk. It's nice outside. Horror stories? What stories? Who said that? I have stories? I said that? Anyways, thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to not be talking to yourself. And maybe I'll see some of you in a few hours when I come back. And again, you can always catch me on Twitter. It's very easy to get a hold of me. All right. I shall maybe see some of you a bit later.